Hi Taurus, welcome to your birthday forecast. Alright, this is for the whole year round, okay? If you want to know the month to month, it's already posted in my Patreon. Okay, we'll do the 21 card spread. Okay, hold on, just let me arrange the cards. Alright, so that you can see all the cards. Okay. So currently this year, there are a lot of things that you're so afraid of taking chances on. There is someone who's a fire sign that's been telling you what to do. I feel like this person's been like trying to ruin your foundation so that they can get in. And you're starting to think that there is a foundation that's kind of hollow. So this person is becoming more of a bad influence, and you thought that, you know, this person is trying to, make you feel like you have the wings of an eagle. Okay. I mean, to some of you, this is actually a good thing. But to most of you, this person has a hidden agenda why they are trying to ruin your foundation. And right after, let's say, for example, that you're going to have a tower moment with your person if you're already in a relationship. This person will hide and, like they feel like, okay, my mission is done. Your life is already ruined. Your relationship's already ruined. So I'm out. And you just want to remain positive that you will be successful. And you're going to be walling yourself up. The unfortunate thing here is you and your person have already gone through a lot of things in the past. But I feel like this is just the way of the universe for both of you, like, ending your contract. I've posted something about this in my Patreon, that sometimes there are some people that comes in and out of our lives, not because that they're meant to hurt us, but lessons has been fulfilled. Whatever purpose they may serve in our lives, they're done. The job is done. It's the same as hiring a contractor. When the house is done, then it's time to say goodbye. Now, you want to practice independence because you feel like, I will be successful. I'll be successful on my own. I'll be fine on my own. And you're going to be like having this bravado and, and all that. You're going to be very positive or optimistic. You're going to have the energy of Sagittarius. But the thing here is, some of you are bearing curse, generational or family karma, or family curse. And this is something that you're not really aware of. Probably that there is an area in your life where you feel like you're struggling, really, whereas you're having a hard time, like probably having that. Some of you could have a problem with your money, you could have a problem with your relationships lasting. Um, this is to some of you, all right? If you haven't been working for the past 5 years and you feel like just because that you have an experience to this and that, you're going to be able to get a job. Probably you're going to be getting a job, but it's going to be below your expectations. All right. There is something more of a lesson that you need to learn here. Somebody is, like you let somebody brainwash you to get you out of a relationship that is already stable. And you did not even consider or recognize the foundation that you've had with your person and everything that you have gone through together. You let a stranger push you outside of your own door, of your own house, just to wander away. And this is a lesson that you need to learn. If you're only in a soul contract or if you're karmic soulmates, your person have already learned their lesson from you. But you, to your person, you did not withstand the test. Because I feel like some of you have been going through a test and you did not surpass it. Some of you, you are divine counterparts, but lesson hasn't been learned. So the universe will be like, you know what? The two of you did not learn from each other, or you, Taurus, did not know how to learn from your past mistakes. So off you go. They might be giving you another karmic relationship or karmic partner. And don't say no. Okay, it happens. So you might be communicating with your families, okay? Or your family might be communicating with you. But be very careful, all right? Some of you, the reason why, like your family or your relatives might be good to you is because they thought that you have money or that they can have money from you. And then when they found out that you're actually broke, then they might actually show you their real color. So you need to be careful. I'm seeing here a very challenging path that you're going to be taking, since that you are going to be pulling away from something that is already established or stable. All right. You don't realize this, but a lot of people are very envious of your life. If you're actually a housewife and you have a very supportive and loving husband, then you're being surrounded by a lot of miserable people. And they don't want to see you happy. You see, only weak-minded people can only be affected by other people's wooing. In a relationship, you need to have that strength, that bond, that whatever other people will say, how they perceive your relationship, it doesn't matter. All right? You built this circle and this foundation together without them, in the past, in the picture. And you, if you really love your person, you're going to be fighting for your relationship instead of siding on your haters, because that also makes you the enemy of your person. So at this point, you need to think long and hard about this person, especially if you're being wooed by a third party. Let's say, for example, that, like, leave your person, let's be together, I'm going to take you to the moon, I'm going to give you the stars, we're going to have a voyage, or we're going to live like Moana. There will be some promises and whatever, and whatnot with this third party, because I'm seeing a third party in your relationship. All right, there is a third party here. It could be a water sign, could be a fire sign, could be a cusper. So Taurus, the decision is yours. Now, like what I said, some of you might actually go back to your family, but after they found out that there's nothing that they can get from you, they might actually just show their real colors and brush you off. Tell you, you know what, our house is a little bit overcrowded. My son needs the room, my daughter needs this, and you're kind of a little bit, and so you feel like, okay, fine, yeah, I get it. Now, these are for those of you who hasn't been working for years. Now, for those of you who's been really busy working, if you are thinking, because Taurians are very stubborn, if you're actually thinking of probably staying with your sister, staying with your mom, it's still not going to go well. Even, if you have kids and stuff like that, you might feel a little bit either outnumbered or outcasted, or you feel like you just don't really belong there. Now, you're going to find out after leaving the situation with your person, you're going to find out that the lies that has been fed to you is nothing but just a betrayal and a setup. And this is the time that you're going to start thinking or realizing, like, oh my God, like, how can I apologize to my person? But you're not going to do that because you're very, very proud. You want to prove to your person that you can also do that if they can move on, then so can you. But I am telling you, Taurus, the path that you're going to be taking is not going to be easy. Probably this is also something for you to learn and grow. But I just want to give you a heads up. You might keep on jumping from one house to another, from one family to another, from one relative to another, from one relationship to another. And being in a relationship with somebody just because that you needed a place to stay will be your biggest karma. That is if you are in this kind of situation. Now, to those of you, all right, to those of you who's already, your kids have already grown up, and, probably your husband is, both of you and your husband's been of age, and, you feel like I just need some time for myself, especially if you're going through some midlife crisis. Midlife crisis happens from 30 until, actually, sometimes it doesn't really last that long. If you're going to be aware that, oh my God, like, I'm going through a midlife crisis. So if you're going to be aware, it won't last that long. But if you're going to be enjoying feeling young again, acting like a teenager, listening to bop songs, and, that it might last until the age of 50. And you might actually, just leave your family or your wife that is already have a gray hair, and you want someone that is fresh, young, and and then all of a sudden you're going to be marrying this younger person. All right. So some of you, okay, this is in general, and I'm not saying that your entire whole year round will be a shitty year. I'm just telling you because Taurus, some of you are being blinded by your ego. Shit. All right, the video got disconnected because somebody called me. Anyway, so Taurus, final, for this year, how it's gonna be until next year. You're gonna be facing a lot of lessons. Okay. Now, for those of you who's already working and you've been, rebuilding your lives and stuff like that, all right. Okay, your whole year round for another group of you. Okay, if the first reading did not resonate with you, you need to be careful for the first quarter of next year, and then, and no, sorry, third quarter of this year, and first quarter of next year. You're gonna be receiving some blessings. Just don't overspend. I'm seeing a lot of money coming your way. All right, you're also gonna be traveling a lot, but I feel like try to limit any excessive spending, especially if it's not really necessary, you know. Yeah. Right at the heart of your spread, I'm seeing a lot of more financial stability to most of you, okay? But to those of you who cheated in a relationship or got out of a relationship because of a third party, then you're gonna have a different path. But if you are the kind of Taurus that is like loyal and faithful and sturdy and firm, and you're very hardworking, you're honorable, okay, then you're gonna have a very rewarding year, except for the third quarter, like what I said. Just be careful, okay? But right after that, until next year, I'm seeing a lot of money abundances, and I'm seeing a lot of more financial stability. And most of you, you're gonna have your own business that will be thriving. You just need to be a little bit more patient, okay? All right. Let's take a look now at your finances. I'm going to be using a different card for the health because I've already packed my cards. So, okay, Taurus, when it comes to your finances and to your boss, this year I'm seeing a lot of competitions, bickering back and forth, politicking, what it, you know, right behind your back. There are some people, because it's going to be a survival mode, especially if you know that your company has been laying off people. It's going to be a survival mode out there. Okay, expect that there are some people that will be like, you know how it is, you know, in that, what is that show, like the Survivor, like you have to vote who's the weakest link or who is the useless ones. Then they're going to be voting, or you know, like they're going to be gang up on that person so that they're going to get kicked out. That's what's going to be happening to this. Okay, I feel like if you're also part of a union, I don't feel like that they could do something about this. All right, especially if you're working for like a very, sorry, for like a very large company. So financially, okay, until the month of August, try to tighten the belt. There will be some major opportunities coming your way, but this is not really the right time for you to like really splurge, especially if you Some of you just recently bought a house, or some of you are going to be renovating, or I don't know, expanding your house, and you're planning to change your couch, your bed, and stuff like it. Could be your fridge or something like that. Okay, try to do that like last quarter of the year. There will be some deals, okay, especially if you're into the negotiations and stuff, marketing, projects, proposing, whatever. There will be some projects that will be pushing through. Let's say, for example, you're going to be laying 10 proposals or 10 presentations for a project for next year. Only one will get through, okay? And the budget for that will be like, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So it's something that you're going to be like, like, oh my God, I don't want this. And I feel like most of your proposals, especially if the budget is too high, they're not going to be approving that. The company wants to see a proposal, a project, or I don't know, something that you're going to be doing that doesn't require much of a budget. So I don't know how you're going to do that, but that's the only thing that I'm seeing when it comes to your company. Now, there will be some opportunities that's going to be opening up for you. I feel like most of you are going to be grabbing this, but be careful of the contract that you're going to be signing, because there might be some gray areas that you might not really pay attention to, or that you just might miss out. Okay? So let's take a look now for your love life. Let's take a look first for singles. Oh. Okay, Taurus, for singles, if you want to have a successful relationship, or okay. All right, Taurus singles. You have a secret baggage that is actually you're still wishing for your ex to come back. There will be a new door that's going to be opening up, because Venus retrograde. Okay, I feel like it's going to be over this May. All right, but the umbrella of that, or the post retrograde, that's going to be the hardest. Okay. So some of you, you're still wishing for your ex. You feel like you have an unfinished business with this one. Either you are going to be sending them a gift, or you're going to be receiving a gift. You're going to be receiving a gift from them. Okay. So, but there will be a new love that you're going to be meeting at a party. Or it could be it's not just a party. It could be it's a gathering. This could be for marriage, but you feel like I'm still waiting for my ex. So you feel like, okay, I'm gonna make this person wait. Like I'm gonna charm this person for now, like just to keep me preoccupied away from my person that I'm waiting. And you're gonna be having a lot of adventures with this one. Some of you might even move in together. You feel like, both of you will feel like this is really destiny. The thing here is, when you start out a relationship with someone, start out as friends first. I know that some of you, I don't like mess around with my friends. When it's a friend, then it's, we can never be lovers. But you have to get to know someone. But you know what? Actually, no, sorry. the fastest way or the realist way for you to know the real color of somebody is that when you're already living with them. I'm telling you, all the things, all the lies, everything that they have told you, it's like it's gonna come out like, wow, like, wow, you are not the person that I met, or you are not the person that I expected you to be. So some of you could be in a loose connection with somebody for 7 years, 10 years. Oh my God, like you haven't been living together. You are sleeping together. Yeah, you've been spending time traveling, going on a vacation, and right after that, when you go back home, you're just gonna go back to your own houses and apartments, and then that's it. But the pretensions, all right, they can pretend or they can hide whatever it is that they've been hiding when you're not yet together in one roof. So I'm not urging, or I'm not saying that you should like just suddenly move in together with somebody, but that is the easiest and fastest way to know if, sorry, I thought there's something crawling on my back, to know if that person is somebody that is worthy of marrying or taking it to the next level. I mean, in my past relationships, it will start out as good, you jive, you're good, you're great. Some relationships, you're gonna find like like you feel like, okay, this is my destiny, like this is the one that I really want to be with. But from your person's perspective, they feel like, no, I still want more, I still want this, still want that, okay? And some, you're gonna find that, oh my God, you are such a fucking liar, like, oh my God, I can't believe, that you've conned me out of this. So yeah, I mean, no matter how many years you're going to be with someone, and if you're still in a loose connection, you haven't been living together, I'm telling you, at the time that you get married, it's going to be different. And if that's the reason why there are a lot of people that right after them getting married, they file for a divorce after a few months. Okay? So you're going to be meeting someone new while you're waiting for somebody. That is your excess baggage. So it's up to you. Some of you are still carrying the past. You're still in love with the past. All right. Let's take a look. Who is it? Could be dealing with another Taurus, or Taurus, you're going to start reflecting. Oh. Okay, you got to play this smart, because this person is just going to betray you. Ooh, you're dealing with another Taurus. Look at this, Hierophant and the High Priestess. All right. I'm also getting Virgo, Cancer. This could be one person, and all of these signs are in their birth chart. We have Sagittarius. This person might actually tell you like, oh my God, like, what's that song? I knew I loved you before I met you. Oh, that's an overgash song. Like, you know what? No. A real soulmate, you're gonna dream about them, or not exactly like their face, but you're gonna have a dream about that person before you could be together. That usually happens to me, even if I'm in a relationship and I was just like wondering, like, who is that? Why do you keep on repetitively seeing that person? There's a description that your spirit guides, your ancestors will be giving you, that this is, like probably smaller than you, taller than you, looks like a princess, and blah, blah, blah. and someone is actually like this and like that, there will be a description, and right before you know it, there is somebody that you're going to be meeting in whichever shape, way, or form. Okay, whenever you're destined to meet, you will be meeting. Okay, so Taurus, you need to be very careful with this one, because it seems like you are dealing with another Taurus, a strong Taurus that I'm getting here, but this one is the other side of Taurus. So, when a when somebody appears as the the Knight of Pentacles, even though that there's no Knight of Pentacles here. Here at the end. It seems like they're still trying to find their way, or that is the kind of person that is not really an ideal person to be with, because they have a lot of issues. Sometimes they're also a bringer of bad luck. Okay, so when somebody appears like that, but when someone appears as the High Priestess or the Hierophant, then yeah, or could be the Nine of Pentacles. Sometimes the Nine of Pentacles is actually the card of Taurus, but for me, that's my card of Virgo. Okay, now the Virgo came out here. We got the Hermit, the Magician, Cancer, Sagittarius. You could also have, different options, but please be careful with another Taurus. This one is a bad news. Okay, I'm telling you, this is something that's just probably, I feel like you're going to be dealing with a narcissist. But if you're going to be dealing with a Virgo, Cancer, Sagittarius, I feel like some of you might start this out as a third party, but then since that you have a soul connection or soul bond together, some of you might have to make a sacrifice just to be with this person. Okay, this is going to be your wish fulfillment. Now, to those of you who might be meeting someone as an older fire sign, air sign, and Aries, Leo, Scorpio, and like what I said, another Taurus, I feel like these are all gonna be short-lived relationships or connections. I don't really see them lasting together or lasting long. All right, so your main person is either Virgo, Cancer, or Sagittarius. All right, for those of you who's already in a relationship, like, where do you go from here? Why is this creased? It's all decreased, sorry. So right now you are not speaking, you're not talking, you're looking for some answers, you're very obsessed in making a decision because there is a third party involved. And you are upset right now. This is what I was talking about in the other spread, in the general one. There is a third party, which is a fire sign, that's been coaching you, telling you what to do. And instead of you making a stand and defending your relationship, you are siding on the third party, and that makes you the enemy of your person. There are a lot of people that will try to interfere in your relationship, like, oh, you know what, your person's like this, your person is in a long distance, so probably they already have a like another person there. What are they doing there? Blah blah blah. These people, they're very entitled, or they feel so entitled, having this unsolicited opinions and whatnot. Okay, and they, misery loves company, easier way of putting it. So you are not talking to your person. Okay, you're being blinded right now. You want to know the truth, and you're very obsessed in making a decision, because what is this other person. Okay, so this person is actually bursting your, well, not bursting, blowing your ego. Okay, now you feel so lost. This person just wanted to manipulate you and also manipulating you with this proposal, surprising you. Then there will be some conflict. Some of you are gonna be, yeah, there will be a jealousy that will be illuminated, soulmates, drama, forbidden. The person that you might actually be leaving is actually your soulmate. But this person, okay, let's see. Extreme, present, toxic, reflection, triggers, gamble. This is a gambler. Might also have some children, and this is also just lust. This person might also tell you like, oh, I'm gonna marry you, you know, your person, you know, let's say for example you're not yet married. Oh, your person, if I were them, you know, like we've already been together for this long, I'm gonna buy a ring and propose to you. But look, you know, he's not doing that because he's not really sure of you. Probably he's like this and that and blah 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 blah. And your person is like, or you know, you believe this person and you feel like, oh yeah, you know what, you're right, you know, you got a point. Hold on. And so it's gonna be easy, you know, it could be this is you, could be this is your person. It's so easy for them to believe a third party, whereas you've been together for how many years, you don't have any problem, or could be that you're happy together. And you know, demons hate a happy family or happy relationship or happy people because they hate the high vibrational, you know, level of somebody or couple or family, and they love ruining, you know, a foundation with somebody is, because you know, in a relationship there's always like the weak and strong, so they always target the weak. And you know what, your person's gonna believe this person probably that they're just gonna be presenting a ring, but this is just like lust. There will be a conflict that probably your person will be like starting just to free themselves up from you, and feels like, oh, I'm gonna go after that person, I'm gonna be with that person because they want to marry me, they want to give me a ring. Probably it's an 18 carat or you know, whatever carat it is, or it's like a big band of gold band. And you know, but this person, okay, some of you just, your person just wants to make you feel jealous. All right, and this is gonna be forbidden. You're gonna be, I'm seeing a breakup here, I'm seeing a divorce. Okay, I feel like Taurus, if you're the one who's going through like this, set your person free. Okay, set your person free. Do not force yourself into somebody who doesn't even know how to fight for you, because if this person really deserves you, no one, like nobody, can interfere or cut off that thread or that circle. Okay, they're not gonna let any invaders. See, I told you, the person that you are actually with right now, or that you want to leave behind, is your soulmate. And I keep on saying, if you're gonna end up hurting your soulmate, you're gonna have 4 to 7 years of bad luck, like extreme. Okay, okay. So this is your person. Probably that some of you could be in a long distance relationship, or somebody could be traveling for a living, could be a pilot, stewardess, I don't know. Okay, Somebody could be dealing with a fire sign, a Leo, another Taurus. Could be this is you. All right. The two of you are actually soulmates. But since that your person doesn't know how to learn their lesson, the universe will be sending a reason for both of you to have a tower moment and for you to move on with your life. Look at this. You got the King and Queen of Wands. All right. The two of you are a match. But since that your person doesn't know how to defend your relationship, well, the award goes to you. All right. You could be dealing with another Taurus. Okay, both of you could have like a lot of similarities, but I feel sorry for your person. You know, whatever I have seen in the general reading, I feel like they're the one that's going to be going through with this, and I feel like they're also another Taurus. Okay, and they're going to be, they're going to have a massive regret, you know, for leaving you. This person that they're going to be going after will just, you know, leave them out on the cold. They thought that your person has a lot of money because this one is a gambler, okay? And probably your person is also a gambler too, so probably that is how they've met. I don't know. They're gonna try to make this work, but it's not, okay? It's not gonna work out. Taurus, you're gonna be elevated into the King of Pentacles, okay? There will be some forward movement, especially if you're dealing with another low vibrational Taurus, okay? I feel like you are the King of Pentacles, they are the Knight of Pentacles. All right. I don't see that you are in the same rank or range. All right, but one of you here is not, I don't feel like you're, you know, your person is stable. Or could be this is you, okay? Just take it however it resonates. I'm seeing a lot of issues and problems, interference of family. Your person is showing off to another person, and that is not even theirs. You know, let's say for example, I've mentioned this in another reading, I just can't remember which one, that you have a person that might be taking pictures, you know, inside your office, if you have like a home office, or could be if you're driving a Range Rover or a Jaguar or BM or, you know, whatever it is. They're gonna picture themselves and act like they're rich, okay, just to attract a lot of people. I don't know. I'm just picturing somebody here who's more of a con artist, okay? And somebody who is actually yes, this person is very chaotic. As some of you, this is also mentally unstable. Probably that you, I mean, I'm sure that you already noticed this, but you just feel like, oh, maybe it's just gonna, you know, it's just gonna go away. Probably it's just stress, but you don't even know exactly that your person has something, all right, like mentally. I'm not saying that they're schizophrenic, but they're mostly mentally unstable. They have something. All right, there's something about them. But anyway, I don't see the divorce, but you will end up leaving this person. Because they're going to be very, very combative and chaotic, and for you it's like, get out of my life, you know. You want to go after that person, go. Sayonara. Go. All right, let's take a look now at your health. I don't have my medicine card here, so all right, so you feel stuck in a situation. All right, some of you have some problems drinking. You will have problems drinking, or you're over drinking. Be careful of your liver. All right. your depression and melancholia is something that's also going to be a little bit dangerous for you. I'm also seeing pregnancy, so please be careful of having a miscarriage or a very dangerous ectopic pregnancy. Okay, you're it's like there is something that you're using. Could be something artificial, or it could be some synthetic medicine that is like, like harmful for your health. Some of you needs to be careful of some heart issues, heart ailments, and stroke. Some of you also be careful of breaking leg or knee or cracking something, okay? It's like your bones are already brittle. You're not even aware of it. Some of you might also have a hard time walking or standing. More about your bones and nerves. Some of you might also undergone a corrective surgery. Might undergo a corrective surgery. It has something to do with your body or your organs. Okay, it's not dermatologically related. It might also cost you. I'm not sure if this is going to be covered by your insurance, but it's going to cost you. Also, be careful of fighting. Some of you will have a huge fiery temper. You might actually get involved in a fight, in a brawl, or something like that. Alright, this is where you're really going to be getting seriously hurt. Or you're going to be getting involved, or will be right in the middle of a brawl, and you might ended up, getting affected by it. Some of you, please avoid the crowd, as there might be a stampede that's going to happen. I know that this is not the birthday forecast that you're expecting. You're expecting something lively, like, oh my God, you're going to be winning the lottery, and you're going to be having a lot of money and blah, blah, blah. But I got to say, the message that needs to be conveyed to you, because not all the time it's going to be rainbows and candies, rainbows and unicorns, but you need to have the right time to prepare. That's why this is, being told you in advance. So instead of cringing, like, oh my God, I don't want to hear that anymore. And what if tomorrow, the following day, or the next week, something is going to happen and you're not prepared? So instead of getting, cringing in fear, you have to prepare, okay? I'm seeing good financial aspect though. Okay, there will be an offer to you, but you need to save. All right, I feel like you need to save more for your health, especially be careful of stroke. Okay, you have an underlying health issues because some of you haven't been visiting the doctor for quite some time. The doctor might actually say something about your health. Okay. Anyway, have a great birthday, Taurus, and blessings to you. And if you want to talk to me live on the phone, live on the calls, just go visit me at my website, sfaclarify.com. Blessings to you.